Bismillah. What's up, y'all? This is your boy, your main man, Osiris Patterson. And I'm doing it, y'all. You know, I've been running this idea past a lot of people, and everyone's telling me like, oh, you should do it, you should do it, you should do it. So I am starting a YouTube. I don't got the name for it yet. I don't know how to edit videos, none of that. But I know this YouTube is gonna be based around certain things, you know. It's gonna be based around Islamic knowledge, Islamic content, you know, speaking a lot about Allah, the most glorified, the most high, talking a lot about the Quran, things of that nature. And then I'm also gonna talk, you know, a lot about, you know, just new thoughts, just pushing forward new thoughts, and just going against this this Western society that we all grew up in and just are just controlled by. You know, that's gonna be the main things that I'll talk about on here: Islamic content, Islamic knowledge, and you know, just pushing new thought, new ideas that go against modern Western civilization, against modern Western society. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, you know, what better time to do it than Ramadan, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna upload a video every 2 days of Ramadan. Or every 2 days of Ramadan, I'm gonna record a video. So as you all know, Ramadan started March 1st. Today is March 2nd. So everyone, Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem. May God bless us with a successful and meaningful Ramadan, right? I said, you know, what better time to do it than Ramadan? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record every 2 days. So today's March 2nd. So March 2nd, March 4th, March 6th, March 8th, I'm gonna record every 2 days. You know, mainly talking about my Ramadan experience, and then also about whatever reading that I did, right? So let's get into these first 2 days of Ramadan. For me, you know, I've been doing Ramadan, you know, since a little kid, honestly. Like anybody who went to Wedgwood, they remember me and all the rest of the Muslims. You know, we was 3rd, 4th grade, not eating during lunchtime, spending lunch in the computer lab, you know. So, but as far as really, you know, taking Ramadan to the utmost seriousness, I've been doing Ramadan every year since like 2020, something like that. And it's 2025. So this is like my 5th Ramadan in a row that I'm really, you know, attempting to walk down, you know. So yeah, this year, something I did that was different. During February, I kind of did me some trial runs. So like maybe the first week of February, I fasted for like a day. And then the second week of February, I fasted like 2 days out of that week. To where I remember one day in February, or towards the end of February, I had fasted like 4 days in a row, 3 or 4 days in a row. So kind of just to warm myself up. And thank Allah, I warmed myself up because, you know, as we all know, this Ramadan is no joke. You know, it's fasting, not eating or drinking at all from sunrise to sunset. Waking up early just to eat and drink. And then not to eat or drink for the entire day until the sun goes down. You know, it's difficult, you know. What's crazy is I messed up March 1st. I messed up yesterday. I didn't wake up for Fajr, which, you know, that Fajr prayer on the first day of Ramadan is pretty important. Didn't do that. And then I woke up and instantly I went and got like a bowl of blueberries and bashed them. So, you know, I was done with the bowl. You know, I don't drink water within 30 minutes of me eating. So I'm waiting at 30 minutes. I'm gulping me down some water and everything. I'm just want to go through my day. And I'm like, oh, shoot. It's March 1st. It's beginning of Ramadan. So I just choked up yesterday as a day that I'm going to make up, you know. And then today, I woke up like maybe like at 8 or 9. So I woke up without eating or drinking anything. But I'm like, you know, it's Ramadan, you know. I didn't prepare it, but it's an official name for waking up early and eating and drinking. I forget the official name though. But yeah, I forgot to do that. I forgot to wake up early for it this morning. I didn't wake up before the sun rose. So I still did today. I was moving and grooving today. Today was good. I so happened to be in a grocery store. You know, the sun set today, thanks to Allah. The sun set today around like 5:56 p.m. So I'm in a store moving and grooving, and I look at the time and it's like 6:16. I'm like, oh man, I could have drank something 20 minutes ago. You know? So bought a big old Crystal Geyser. If you don't know, this the water my grandfather Alfred Patterson II, aka Pops, may he rest in peace. This the only water Pops would drink. He'll come out here from California. If you don't know Pops from San Francisco. He'll come out here from the Bay Area, and we would have to go searching for this water. I remember looking for that water when he was little. And there's some good water right here, you know, natural spring water. So I went and bought a water and broke my fast. You know, I was looking for some dates, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if the world done caught on but they be busting heads for some dates. I mean, a small little thing of dates, they wanted $8.99. And they wasn't organic either. I'm like, and they some Medjool dates. Like, I want some Deglet dates. You know? So I'm going to go searching for some Deglet dates. And if they end up busting my head, then I'm going to just get my head bust on it. I'm really going to go to the Arabian stores. I'm going to hit up one store that I know Costco got the big old thing of organic dates for the low, but I forget what types they got. And I gotta make sure that they not, Israeli dates. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure that they come from a thorough place. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look into it and break my fast with some dates. If you don't know, it's hadith. It's hadith. If you know what a hadith is, that's sayings, official sayings that the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, used to do, and also like actions he would do. That's one of the ways of the Prophet. Like, he would always break his fast with a date, and if not a date, then he would break it with water. And even my father, growing up, he would always break his he would always break his fast with water. So I broke it with some water today. I'm gonna go look for some dates tomorrow. So, messed up on the first day of Ramadan, but did it strong today, so strong, I went 20 minutes past without even noticing. Yeah, man, these first 2 days are good. One thing I saw, of course, the more and more you start getting into Islam, you will hear saying that, God locks up all of the devils and all of the demons during the month of Ramadan, not only for Muslims, but for everyone on planet Earth. So right now, it really is just us against our desires, us against our wants, us against our vices, honestly. And it's up to us to either have the discipline to stay away from it in the name of something bigger than all of us, in the name of something that's more important than all of us, or to give in to it, So during these first 2 days of Ramadan, I almost gave in to some things that are between me and God, and I've had a lot of temptations, I'm not talking about no freaky nothing. I'm talking about, battles that I choose to keep between me and God, between God and I. So, yeah, man, it's just really me against myself. And for all Muslims, man, it's us against ourselves this month. So I just really say to strive for it as much as you possibly can against any vice, against any desire, against anything that it will take us out the fold of Islam and, invalidate our fast, just to stay down, man, just to stay down. It's day 2. Just think we got 15 more of these 2 days. Inshallah. We got 28 more days. 28 more days. As far as the readings, I really haven't been doing my readings for these first 2 days. Really and truly, it's been a sputtering start, to say the least. It's as if it's cold outside. Well, it is cold outside, but when it's cold outside and you trying to get your car to start and it's like, But today, I got my car to start and the engine is on and the car is in drive. So, yeah, it's just my first 2 days of Ramadan. even though I haven't really been doing my readings for the first 2 days, I've been doing a lot of listening to the Quran. And I've really been listening to Surah 4. And Nisa. And Nisa, that's the name of the surah. It translates into English, the title, it translates as the women, right? And it's basically like Islam breaking down a lot of the rules, how men can treat women and how men should treat women, you know? And one of the things that stuck out to me during that surah towards the end is it talks about how God will bless you for doing more. Like it was like for people who like sit in the house all day and worship God, there is a reward set aside for them, right? But people who don't sit in the house, who go out into the world and strive with their time and their belongings and their people, you know, in the name of God, right? And really push the narrative of it being one God, and don't sit in their house, who go outside of their house and do that God has a higher reward for those people, you know? And I kind of took that figuratively. I mean, you know, literally and figuratively, you know. Of course, like, if it's one person over here and they're outside every day speaking towards God and striving with their money and their persons, striving towards God with those, right? It's like, of course, they're going to have a bigger reward from God than the person who just sits in their house all day, who really don't spread the word of God, but just sits in the house and worships God, you know? Like, but it's a reward for both. But it's like God rewards this more than that, right? And then I start thinking, I'm like, you know, that's literal, but it can also be like figurative. Like it could be like, you know, the more that you speak on God, the more that you do in the name of God, you know, the more reward you get, you know? And I also think it was speaking about like wartime, like kind of how like the people who went out of their house to fight in them wars for the early Muslims, that they got a bigger reward than the people who sat in the house, you know? But I may be wrong on that. I think I had it right at the first time, right? So yeah, that was just something big for me. Like, if you feel like that you have a higher calling, right, and it kind of pertains towards God, you know, just know that God said in the Quran that he has a bigger reward for those who come out of the house and strive towards him with their persons and with their possessions. He has a higher reward for them than the people who stay in the house, you know? So that's something to ponder on. That's something to ponder on. Yeah, I've really just been listening to Surah 4, like, and Surah 4, like, on the audiobook I listened to, it's like a 40-something minute chapter. And I had it on repeat, you know, to where I didn't listen to Surah 4 maybe like 8 or 9 times in the last 2 days. Well, in the last like 4 days. I done listened to Surah 4 like 10 times, you know. So y'all gonna be like, oh, you capping. I'm really lowballing y'all, for real. So yeah. Just really been listening to Surah 4. Yeah, man. Yeah. And there's some controversial stuff in Surah 4 as well that I'd rather not speak on, with this being my first video. Y'all will catch me with that later on down the road. Yeah. But tomorrow, what I strive to do is, you know, have another successful day of Ramadan. Wake up. I'm gonna set my alarm. Wake up for Fajr. Wake up for the meal and the drink before sunrise. And then actually do some physical reading, you know, not just listening to the Quran, but reading it, you know, reading it out of a Quran with a very thorough commentary on it. Because I've read the Quran before, but it's not a but, you know, that's a big thing. Like, I read the Quran before, but the one I read kind of had the commentary mixed in to the Quran. But this one is like, you know, every verse almost got like a whole paragraph worth of commentary on it, you know? Not every verse, but y'all see what I'm saying? And man, it's a great commentary. So yeah, I done finished the whole chapter 2 up out of it. So inshallah, I'll start chapter 3 tomorrow, you know? I'll start chapter 3 tomorrow. Family of Imran. Yep. So yeah, man. Yeah. I saw that it suggested for Muslims to complete the entire Quran during Ramadan. And if I really set some time aside and read out of the first Quran that I read out of, then I could probably get that done. But as far as this other Quran with all this commentary, I would really have to grind that one out as far as trying to finish that one. Because that chapter 2, everybody who know, chapter 2, the cow, is the longest chapter in the Quran. And it took me like, no cap, it took me like, if I'd have really locked in, it'd have took me like maybe 3 or 4 days to read it. But it took me like a month to read that. And I'm lowballing y'all on that too. It really took a while to read that second chapter with all that commentary. You know, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, the first 10, 15 chapters are long. So, but a lot of information from God, and nothing to complain about, just something to look forward towards, you know. Yeah, man. I mean, that's how I'm coming, man. And this how I'm coming, man. Every 2 days, I'm going to edit and I'm going to upload to YouTube. I'm going to edit and I'm going to upload to YouTube. I'm going to find out, like, how to edit videos. And God willing, I could get this uploaded tomorrow. You know, I want to touch on that again as far as it being real heavy, that God locks up all the demons, all the devils during this month, to where it's strictly us against ourselves. And it kind of makes you realize like how powerful your will is, you know, how powerful our willpower is. Because our willpower can have us doing a lot of bad, but our willpower can have us doing a lot of good, a lot of righteous things, and having a lot of discipline as well. It's just all about, you know, that driving force. What's that driving force behind it, you know? And I feel like my driving force and a lot of Muslims' driving force is the life hereafter, man. Like the fear of God and knowing that we have to face Him once we pass away, you know? And, you know, the driving factor of being righteous in this world is, and doing good in this world, is to get requited with good, to get rewarded with good. Yeah. So, you know, that's big though. You know, it's like the temptation that we face here in America and that we face as young Black Americans is heavy, is very heavy. You know, for the sisters out there, you know, you got brothers trying to hook up, brothers trying to give you money. You know, you got the club scene, you got liquor, you got skimpy clothes, you got radical ways of thinking. You know, for the brothers, you got, you know, temptation when it comes to women, and, you know, also drinking and smoking and, you know, doing bad as far as, you know, getting involved in the streets. Just also doing any other type of thing, homosexuality, just doing whatever, thinking any old type of way, following any old type of trend. You know, the temptation of tatting our whole body up, the temptation of, you know, painting nails, whatever, dressing, cross-dressing, whatever. It's like, man, it's like this Western civilization, dog, like somebody got to speak against it, because it's set up for us to fail spiritually. It's set up for us to fail spiritually. And the only reason it's set up like that is so we can be a consumer, so we can consume more and more so they can make more money. You know, that's the only reason it's set up like that. I really don't think that our government hates God. I feel like our government just loves money so much that they are willing to steer us towards spiritual complacency, so we can feel empty, and so we can feel like we're lacking, feel like we're missing something, and we'll fill that hole with drugs. We'll fill that hole with sex. We'll fill that hole with consuming television, consuming food, and all type of stuff, man. It's just know that they want to keep us spiritually dead so they can keep us spending money. You know what I'm saying? One thing that y'all will find out, I mean, sometimes y'all just gotta take my word for some things, man. Not saying that I know everything. Not saying that I know everything, because I don't know everything. Don't know everything at all. Just know that I know a lot. And then sometimes y'all just have to take my word for it. So yeah, man, y'all take my word for it. Y'all see the Chicago, Windy City. We ain't from Chicago though. We from St. Louis, but I just got the Chicago shirt on. You know. Yeah, though, man. That's my spiel for the day, man. This is just my first video. Y'all check me out. Y'all check me out. Y'all check me out, man. May peace and blessings be upon everyone.